Okay, today I got the Vosteed Corgi V. This is their newer version of the Corgi with the Vancor lock. The old version was just a regular button lock, but the new one has the new Vancor lock, which is like a pivot lock. There's three versions of this. They have this, the Corgi V. They have the larger version, which is the Corgi V295. It has a 2.95 inch blade, hence the name. This one has a 2.3 inch blade. Now, the 295 comes in two variations, a premium version with S35V in steel, and then the more budget-friendly version has a 14C28 in steel. This one is $79.99. This has 14C28 in steel. I'm sorry, I don't know if I mentioned the price. The premium 295, which is the bigger version of this, is $149. The non-premium 14C28 in steel version of the bigger one is $89.99. Now, like I said, this one is $79.99. This is the smaller version, and even though it is small, it still feels substantial in the hand. I have extra large hands, or I wear extra large gloves, and I thought this was just going to be a fidget toy for me. I thought that I was just going to, dwarf it, swallow it up in my hands and never be seen again. But no, it actually feels pretty nice and pretty substantial. This thing has more heft to it than I expected. The blade stock is much thicker than I expected. And I mean, just the fit and finish on this just feels really well made. This is not a toy. This is not rinky-dink. This is very, very well put together. Now, I'm very impressed because this is my first Vosteed. I've been hearing a lot of good things about them for a long time, and I just, for whatever reason, just haven't purchased one. And it seems like every time I have knife money, I just find something else that I like. And I finally pulled the trigger on this one, and I am so glad that I did. I like it so much. I am tempted to get the 295 bigger version with the premium steel because, I mean, I just like this so much. I love Mohawk flippers. I think Mohawk flippers are like the most intuitive, easy to use flippers, and they're so easy to use and they don't stick out anywhere. I mean, they're so low profile. You can have a nice looking, face like this without a flipper tab sticking out here. I mean, honestly, I think they should make a version of this without the front flipper. Just have it rounded like this without the front flipper. Just use this method and pow. I mean, it works so good. I mean, I like having the front flipper because I like having extra options, opening options, because I do fidget with my knives quite a bit. But I just think that it would look so good if it was just, completely rounded off without anything sticking out, I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous. But even with the tab, it still looks really cool. And yeah, this thing is great, man. Like I said, I was really surprised by how great it feels in hand, how smooth the action is, how snappy the D10 is. As I'm saying that, I feel it. But yeah, it's just my luck. Look at it. Centering is dead on. No hardware in the front. Just pocket clip screws here. And the pocket clip is recessed into the handle. That's a beautiful touch, man. I mean, that just it seems like this design was very well thought out, very intuitive, very easy to use. And like I said, the blade stock is nice and thick, so this thing feels like it can do some work. Very sharp behind the edge. It has a very good factory edge. And I really love the action on it. It's just so addicting. And the Vancor lock, you compress the button here. I'm sorry, let me switch to a right hand because I almost do righties. I'm a lefty, but here we go. The button itself is so smooth, and you have to compress it a good distance before it disengages. You're not going to just be holding this knife, doing some heavy cutting and squeezing and accidentally fold on you and cut yourself open. No, that's you have to press this. It has a very far travel distance before it disengages, which is great. Especially me being left-handed, my hands could be coming in from this side and it could be pressing right there. So it's good that it has to, be compressed a good distance before it disengages. Now, this is the packaging it came in. Came with a little pouch there, microfiber cloth, plastic. Here's a little card that explains, I guess, the inner workings of the Vancor lock. I actually almost got this model here. This is the Ankylo, the one shown in the diagram. That one's 150, I think, 140, 150. I almost got that one because I usually am into bigger knives, but I just really like the aesthetics of this one. I loved how the blade completely disappeared in the handle, and at work, I'm not allowed to have a knife. It's one of the big corporate culture places, and knives are a big no-no. I can have a retractable razor which those suck, and we all know that. But I carry a knife anyway, and this thing's cool because I swear, if you didn't know what this was, you might not think it's a knife. It could be anything. TV controller, beep beep beep. No, I don't know. I also I think they missed on the name here. They call it the corgi. I think it would have been cool to name it the pill. And then the girl at my work said it reminds her of Plankton from SpongeBob. She said it reminds her of Plankton, and or a Minion. Have like a full yellow version, and call it a Minion. But yeah, I thought pill, Minion, Plankton, all those names would be really cool for it. Corgi is, I don't know, I guess because it's small. I don't know. But I don't really care about names. I saw someone complaining about knife names the other day, like, oh, I didn't want to buy the knife because of the name. I couldn't believe someone was saying they didn't want to buy a knife because of the name. I'm like, I could care less about the name at the end of the day as long as it's a good knife. But I digress. Yeah, this thing's $79, and I think it's worth every penny. It's so nice, it's so smooth. I show my knives to a guy at work every day when I get a new one, and I swear I think he just gets annoyed by it, but he seemed genuinely impressed by this one, and was talking about wanting to buy it. So I think this is one of those knives that like even non-knife people kind of think is cool or will be interested in. But yeah, I mean, geez, fit finish is great on it. The action's so smooth. 2 methods of opening. Well, I should say 3 because I guess you could just press the button and wrist flick it. So yeah, this thing is super nice. $79. Amazon has them. I think every major knife retailer pretty much has Vosteed at this point. But yeah, yeah. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, this is the Vosteed Corgi V, 14C 28-inch steel, aluminum handles, and the Vancor lock. All right, today's Friday. Y'all have a good weekend.